Hello, today we are in Trafaria and Costa da Caparica, the northernmost places in the Atlantic south of Tejo. Today we're in the northernmost part of the west bank south of Tejo, and we're gonna do a tiny little hike around here and see what we find. This is Cova do Vapor, is the northernmost tip. We're gonna start here today and end here today. The south bank of the Tejo River has always been famous for its fishermen's villages, and nowadays, like with the end of the fishery, because there's not as much fish and because of pollution, many of these towns are actually half abandoned in terms of permanent residence. But of course, with the rise of tourism, they've become kind of a different thing, a place where people have a house on weekends to come to spend some time. There's many foreigners also choosing to have houses here, and it has actually a quite beautiful, I don't know if you can pick it up, but you can see Sintra and you can see the north side, north bank. So we're actually gonna explore these hills. I don't know if you can pick it up, and let's see what all the things we can find there. Cannons of Trafaria, but apparently there's someone else here as well. So here we are in Canhões de Trafaria, and this fortress was built here. This is a small fortress, like just to hold some cannons to protect the river and do crossfire in the middle of the river. And it was put here to protect the capital of the empire at the time. In 1893 was when this was first assembled, this particular part here in Trafaria, and the cannons that we see here today, these ones, they're the only thing that's left here from the fort, because it's too heavy to take away, I guess. And they're here actually, they're not the original ones. These ones were put here in the First World War, and the ones that were here before were a bit smaller and older, of course. So this is the beautiful view. You can see very well Sintra there. This behind us is Trafaria. And people here talk with a lot of nostalgia from the time this was it was full of military people. So until not that long ago, like until the 80s, there was always military here, and this got empty in the end of the 80s. And the last military exercise where they fired the cannons, I think it was in 1990. So yeah, there was no empire back then already. It was just the goodbye cannon shot. This is quite low compared with the environment, the hill, of course. So this is completely impossible to see from any direction except when you're here. As a local, it's also a bit sad to see a place like this that was abandoned not that long ago. It was actually like 30 years ago, more or less, my age. This was abandoned, and seeing it like with so much potential and so like disregarded for. And then maybe in 100 years they're going to be like, oh, this place, we have to preserve it, instead of starting right from day one. So this is only abandoned for 30 years, but it looks like it's been abandoned for 300. It's really not that well preserved. And yeah, you can see, for example, in Germany, if you see anything like this with a bit of history, everything is usually very well connected as a natural, like a park, a city park or something. Yeah. So let us say goodbye to this fort and let's explore more. There's another one, brother of this one from the same area. Are you there? For some reason this card keeps crashing. It's quite annoying. I don't know if it's a problem of the camera. So let's go. Let's explore into the west. Quickly from up here, there's this tower here, that tower there, and this guy coming very discreetly as well. So yeah, as you can see, there's these towers, so let's explore down. Okay, I think we found something. So this one looks a lot bigger than the other one, but it's more like a wall. It's not so much three-dimensional, let's say, like 360 degrees, but it's more like a wall. Okay, I was thinking about going down these stairs. Doesn't look very safe. Ah, we have here. Shit, boy. This one you can clearly see it's not as famous maybe as the other one, so you don't have that many graffitis anymore. You don't have civil protection here, like the jeep we saw when I arrived at the other place. Nothing is covered, you see, so it's very clear, like this place is not as discovered, at least, as the other one. Okay, here you can see the thickness of the walls. It looks like they're like 2 meter deep, maybe more than 2 meter of thickness. So I guess in 1893 when this was built, the strongest bombs or the strongest boat cannons, because this was to do naval fights against boats, they probably could pierce up to 2 meters or something. For sake of the video, I'm actually gonna enter here a bit. Let's see how it is inside. I'm a bit scared of piss smell, but I had corona recently, so I don't smell very much. Let's see. Oh, nice. It's looks very palace-y, you know. Oh shit, it's dark. Is that a mirror? No. Okay, it's very creepy. It looks like a mirror. I don't know if you can see me very well because the light is fading more and more. Okay, and this is the innermost layer, and there's flies already here. So yeah, it's very fresh. It's very like cold here inside. It's so creepy, man. It looks like a mirror here, but it's not actually a mirror. It's just another window. Ta-da. Yeah. So let's keep exploring. Okay, this place is definitely way bigger than the other one, because I'm walking for like 150 meters already, and there's still all this part to explore. And it's quite big inside as well, like there's three divisions deep, you know. Ta-da! Oh my god, it keeps going. It keeps going, it feels like it never ends. Now it's on both sides. Oh shit, boy. Look here. Shit, boy, this is deep. Fuck. This was probably to store water in emergencies. It's a very deep water well. Oh, caralho. Yeah. Okay, I think I kind of guessed, I understand why they come to play paintball here, or at least people say they do, but I actually don't see any vestiges. So there is one of the towers we saw outside. It feels so much taller from this side. From the other side it's just a tiny concrete building the size of a person. And I don't know if there was a cannon in each of these. You see there's openings for cannons. And this is such a long wall. At this point I would say it's well past 300 meters. That, yeah, I have a hard time believing that it was completely cannons, you know, at some point. Okay, so it seems we found the end. Oh shit. Okay, I think we found by mistake an illegal party place. That's great. A bit scared that someone is actually sleeping here or something. Well, it looks cool. I'm kind of jealous actually. It's been so long since I've been to a club. So yeah, I think we finally reached our end. It looks like a very nice place to do parties actually. Maybe I should come here more on the Friday evenings. Actually today is Friday, but it's still quite early. Right now I'm hunting for an infamous water park that existed here in the end of the 80s, but I don't know if I'm actually gonna find it. Well, but at least I found this beautiful scenery. You can see, I don't know if you can see it in your screen, but I can see the fort of Carcavelos there. Is very pretty. Farol do Bugio there, and there's a huge tower there. It's a ship with a tower. I don't know if they found oil in Lisbon or what's that, but it looks a bit creepy. Oh, such a beautiful view. We can see the bay all the way until Cabo Espichel. That tip there is Cabo Espichel. This is Costa. It's a very touristic area. It's very famous for people from Lisbon to come to the beach because it's very close. And then you have all the beach, it's beach all the way until Fonte da Telha, I believe, which is very close to the Cabo already. And it's also a very popular place, a very nice place. Here behind me we have the road that goes from Lisbon, connects Lisbon with this place. It's IC20. And here you have a very rich place, very famous also for being a bit controversial, because it's especially for foreigners that have a lot of money. It's I think Convento dos Capuchos or something, and they have a golf course, as you can see. It's very green, very nice, very golfy. The thing is, as you can see as well, is that everything is very dry here. It's a very dry place, and to keep a golf place so green in such a place, it's very expensive for the environment. There's a lot of water shortages, and yeah, and this really doesn't help the drought. So in Algarve it's also very popular, very controversial topic, golf courses. But yeah, you want that Englishman's money, so you're gonna get it somehow. I seem to have found by mistake, I found the OndaParque, because I knew it was close to IC20 on the north side, but you actually don't see it. It's quite hard to see. I'm not gonna go there actually because there's a fence. Well, I'm actually gonna go because of the views, of course, so let's go. I think we found it. We're in the infamous water park. As you can see, this is a 50-meter slide, which back then, at the time in Portugal, was really a thing that didn't exist. In 87, which I believe is the year when this was started to be a park. The thing is, back then this was very popular, many people were talking about it, many magazines, many popular media. This was a very hard fever for the park. And but in 93 there was a tragedy in another park, not that far from here, also from this time more or less, because of course before this was not a thing. And 2 kids died in a park in Monsanto, which sometimes people think it was in this one, but it was not in this one. So this shifted a lot the popularity of these parks with the media, and they started to have more security issues, more restrictions, more inspections, and of course that becomes more costly, especially in a time where people were stopping to come to these parks because they were scared. Of course, families were scared to lose their kids. Oh, it was a lot of echo here, I don't know if you hear it. Echo, echo. So the Dutch owner of this declared bankruptcy, I believe in 96, and the park closed in 96 and stayed closed until today, and it's what you see today. It has an owner, I believe, so it's actually still private, but there's nothing going on here. There's only projects and ideas, like many things in Portugal. Ooh. Okay, I feel like there's something missing. There's a slide missing here. So now that we saw OndaParque, or what's left of it, let's head back to the shore. So here we are now, in one of my new favorite places, the cliff edges of Caparica. I don't know if you can pick me up very well because of the wind, because it's a very windy area, but it's very nice, very beautiful. Everyone in Lisbon knows what this is, but I think few actually come here or ever came here, because it's not a very accessible place, you know. And it's also not known that you can actually come here. Yeah. It's a very pleasant hike though. Host, I hope you can see this. I forgot to bring your sunglasses. Next time I'll bring it.